Hey, what's up, guys? Y'all come in, sit down, shut the door. And if you're Kimora Simmons, pull the blinds down, turn your phone off. Matter of fact, did you pick up a burner phone from the cell phone store? Because, baby, your ne'er do well baby daddy, Aoki's words, not mine, has come out to basically break his silence and it sound like Diddy bopped you while you're down. If you guys don't know, come on, some weird, strange things are going on around Kimora Simmons. Baby, Russell Simmons has come and broken his silence. And it's weird because it seems like he's basically going up and pushing back behind Diddy. Y'all, let's get into this. Now, here's the thing. Kimora is now, it's been said, how do you say it? Fled the country or fleeing the country with her family. They are currently in an undisclosed situation, an undisclosed hotel room. People are saying they are in hiding. If you want to know why, let me just take you through this really quick. Kimora has been one of the most stringent, high-profile people, literally when the Cassie allegations came out, that pushed back on Diddy. She was also the person rumored that when Kim Porter, her best friend and bridesmaid, passed away, she wanted an investigation done, or she wanted an investigation open because there were toxic substance traces of it found in Kim Porter's system. She passed away suddenly from pneumonia or whatnot. When that first coroner, I think it's Ed Winters, actually found that, he was taken off the case. Then a new coroner came in and said, "Oh, no. It was natural." Kimora allegedly was not feeling that. Okay, that's what the streets are saying. Now, also that coroner ended up passing away a couple of years ago. I mean, a couple of years after. Now he was in his 70s, but still, right? Okay, so cut to when the Cassie stuff came out. Kimora was like, "Yo, I'm starting at this, blah blah." She seemed to be supporting Cassie. All of a sudden, in her house, for no reason, a fire started. Now, she posted pictures of the fire. It looked really small. Now, there might have been smoke damage around, but the walls, the floor, the hardwood floor, everything looked like it was fine. It looked like it was just a small fire. However, Aoki went on live and was like, "Yo, this might have been worse than we all thought," because she said her family was in an undisclosed situation. The kids weren't back at school. Again, Kimora Simmons don't have to buy clothes from Old Navy. She is rich. She can have a stylist bring that. Why aren't the kids back in school? Which led many to speculate that she is in hiding and that people that are either Diddy or loyal to Diddy might not be so happy in what she's doing. Now, there are reports that she is actually moving out the country. Some people say that she's leaving the country because it's her annual holiday trip. Other people are saying that she really does not feel safe. I do not know why. Kimora has always lived her life out open. She has many fans. I don't think she has many enemies. She's never been this squirrely or really quiet about where she's at. So the fact that she is now basically in hiding, there have been rumors that the LAPD is quietly investigating what happened. But again, we don't have confirmation on that. Now, this is the weird part. Cut to Russell Simmons, who is still a big friend of Diddy, a big supporter, and Diddy has also supported Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons has now broken his silence to literally take shots at Kimora, and in my opinion, kick her while she's down. Y'all, let's get into this. He literally, first of all, I don't know why he is even speaking. Diddy is embroiled in this mess. Kimora is his wife that knows stuff about Diddy and Russell. Okay. Russell is hiding out in Bali because he is facing charges. He was the original person that was involved in the hip hop Me Too movement. If you know what I'm saying, he is now going on record while Kimora and his kids are in hiding to say Kimora stole millions in stock to bail out her husband. Y'all. He also went on to say, and I quote, Russell Simmons says grape allegations ruined his life. Yes, sir. They are supposed to. Do you not are you new to America? Is there any time grape allegations help your life, unless you are in bad boy media, they might actually have like a freak off to celebrate, right? It's a rite of passage. You know, the way gangs jump people in. I heard at Bad Boy Records, allegedly, the freak offs jump you in. Anyway, he says that grape allegations ruined his life and relationships with people, despite taking 9 lie detector tests to prove his innocence. You can take $1 million. Can you please show up in court? Because that's what we really want to talk. You know, lie detector tests are not admissible evidence in court because they are too unreliable and they can be fixed. Russell, if you don't stop playing in our GD faces. Anyway, he says, I've been insensitive, but certainly I've never been forceful. You know, Myrtle the turtle, because that's who Russell looks like, right? Listen, Aoki and Ming Lee should be thankful that their mommy is good looking, because baby, Myrtle the turtle had to say, I've been insensitive, certainly, but never forceful. Tell me you haven't learned a GD thing without telling me you haven't learned a GD thing. Tell me you aren't absolutely out of your mind. So because you're not violent or forceful, that means it didn't happen. You've been insensitive. How, sir? How's insensitive? Somebody's like, no, stop. Ew, bad test. Grandpa, get off. And you're insensitive by saying, shut the H up, B. You better, like, where is this insensitivity you keep talking about? Are these people serious? Y'all, there is a takedown happening in the record industry. And Russell, I was about to say Russell Wilson. I know Sierra was like, girl, don't bring that mess over here. Me and my family and my man are covered in the breath of the Lord. That's right. Y'all, he said, why are you even speaking down about it? Why? How is this helping Puffy? Forget about helping Puffy. Russell, how is this even helping yourself? And also, you guys don't think it's odd that Kimora is embroiled with all this? She got 2 of Russell's kids, and he's not even worried. He's taking his time now to speak out, support the record industry. Like, what is going on? Listen to his whole thing. He said he came to shoot down claims that he has blanked several women throughout his decades-long career. They said it's been 6 years since the groundbreaking blank rumors against hip-hop mogul Russell Simmons went haywire in the press. This is on the Jasmine brand. And he's still deeming himself not guilty because he won't actually go and stand trial. In a recent interview, he spoke on the inappropriate misconduct that he was accused of in 2017 and how the allegations impacted his life. You want us to feel sorry for you? Listen. When addressing the reported behavior, he agreed that although he was frivolous in his intimate interactions, everything was consensual. He said that most of the 24 women who have come forward with assault claims said, I spoke poorly to 15 of them. I mean, 12 of them. I spoke poorly all the time. I was crude. So how many compromising situations was I in? Can you imagine being sitting there in Bali because you were afraid to step foot in the U.S. Talking about, I spoke poorly to 15. I mean, 12 of them. Russell, he said, if you call that person and say, can you help me help these other women? Then you can get them to tell a story and reimagine a story. And I'm not here to say what they were thinking, but I can simply tell you that I was in so many compromising situations that people can have a recollection from 30 or 40 years ago, and it can be different from my recollection. And it could be one way that was perhaps collaboration. We had more foursomes than most guys had onesomes. Could someone leave and feel hurt? Could someone leave and feel they wish they hadn't? Could someone reimagine a story out of thousands of people? Could someone want to notoriety in a market where people thirst for fame? Could somebody be sitting here lying out of his teeth? Another thing also, and the weird thing, he's taking shots at Kimora, saying that basically she stole millions. She's not trustworthy. People are saying that this is a roundabout way for him to make sure that Kimora's reputation is character defamation, so that if she chooses to go against Puffy or testify against Diddy or testify for people, that will and corroborate statements that will go against Russell, her credibility will be shot. First of all, how? Because if you really want that tea on what happened with Kimora taking millions from him, he's halfway telling the truth, but he already tried to sue Kimora in a court of law, and the court of law found Russell to be put in 20 on 10. See, what happened was when all these lawsuits from 20 women came out and said, Russell is the, we didn't know, but he was the old Diddy. When they came out and said that he did all these things, allegedly, because it hasn't been proven in court of law, but I 100% believe these women, because Russell, prior to that, was not living in Bali, and he has now been in Bali for 6 years. Baby, this is not the actions, in my opinion, of an innocent man, right? So when those things came out, here's the tea. He had stock, okay? A lot of stock. And at this point, people in the Me Too movement, they weren't going to jail, but they were paying. So Russell thought he was slick, and he thought he could trust Kimora because Kimora was married to Tim Leisner. That's a whole different story. Go watch my video, because they're not really married, because apparently he was married to 2 women at the same time. And we know polygamy is not legal in the US. So Kimora's marriage is not really legally binding. Okay. But forget all that. Let's get to this. I made a story about that if you want more tea about that. So anyway, he thought because Kimora was, pretty much married to a billionaire, that his a few $100 million was safe. So because, he was like, yo, like, I might get sued. I don't want this money to be taken away from me. So why don't you buy the stock from me? Okay. And buy it at a low price, but not so low that because here's the thing. When the government's trying to take money from you and seize assets, if I transfer everything I have to you for like $5, the government will just be sitting there looking at me like, Tisa, you really tried it. You really tried to sell 3 homes, all that stock, blah, 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 blah. Basically, 500 million in assets. You really sold it to like you guys, one of your friends for $5. Girl, this is a fraudulent transfer. Reverse that mess, and we split up your assets. So it needs to be low enough that it's, doable, but also low enough that it's plausible. So maybe if I sold 200 million in assets and I sold it to you for maybe, I don't know, $900,000, or I sold it to you for 400,000. It's low enough that you're like, okay, but not so low that it triggers like an audit or a red flag. He sold, right, Kimora the stock for a really, really, really super low price, but still high enough to be plausible. Now, once he sold her that stock, he rolled out the Bali and he was sitting up there like chilling. Okay. So then Tim gets locked up because he raided the Malaysian sovereign fund, right? And they basically stole billions. And when I say billions, I mean billions from them. Okay. He gets hemmed up by the federal government because Malaysia is like, we want our MF and money. Right? So then when he got caught up, all the assets got frozen. What's his name? Kimora needed to mount his defense because, baby, that's how everybody, and Kimora had been used to living a billionaire's wife's lifestyle. So she sold the stock that Russell had sold to her to hold, basically. And I guess she was supposed to sell it back to him whenever he felt like the coast was clear. She sold all that stock to pay for Tim's legal funds. When that happened, Russell was like, yo, you stole my money. And Kimora was like, no, baby, you sold it to me. Again, there's no honor among thieves, Russell. That's what you get. But now that the house caught on fire and all this stuff is going on with Diddy, you are now trying to assassinate Kimora Lee's, in my opinion, Kimora Lee's image, character, and basically paint her as somebody that was ungrateful, and you looked after her and you took that stock, even though you tried to sue Kimora in the court. And I believe that even upon appeal, they found out that she righteously sold it and she was in the right and she don't owe you nothing. And he's still talking about it. Now, the thing we got to ask ourselves is, why is he bringing this up now? Why is he opening this up now? Some people say because he is trying to change the subject. Some people say because Diddy is trying to mount a comeback. Some people say it's because they might think that there's strength in numbers. And if we find out that everybody in the music industry is a monster, we're going to have like fatigue and be like, well, you know what? If everybody's a monster, just let it go. I don't really know right now. I just find it interesting, the timing, that when your wife and kids are basically rumored to be in an undisclosed location in hiding, you are now coming out, kicking her while she's down. It's weird. It's odd. And to me, even if he's not directly supporting Diddy, this helps Diddy more than not, because it seems like y'all might be trying to make her stay quiet so that she doesn't speak up anymore. Again, what did you guys think about this timing? I think it's weird. Okay. I think it's very weird, but let me know in your comments. You guys, this is also going to be a heavy upload day. Be on the lookout. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.